It's time for JD.com, the morning trade. I'm joined by Caroline Woods to take a look at JD.com. These names, all these Chinese stocks doing so well today.
Yes, JD.com up more than 6% today following this news that the U.S. and China have agreed to slash tariffs for at least the 90 days. Both countries cutting reciprocal tariffs by 115%, bringing U.S. tariffs on Chinese goods down to 30%, and then, of course, Chinese tariffs on U.S. imports to 10%. JD.com, a beneficiary of that, the Chinese e-commerce platform, rallying today. Its rival, Alibaba, also up about 6.5% today. As you mentioned, other U.S. listed Chinese stocks are higher as well. Baidu, PDD, EV makers like Li and Xpeng, and stocks with exposure to China as well. Take a look at Nike, Lululemon, Starbucks, Wynn, Las Vegas Sands, all posting impressive gains today. JD.com specifically was under pressure heading into today. Shares are now up about 3% year to date with this 6% gain today. Compare that to Alibaba's 57% rally so far in 2025. Alibaba obviously faring a bit better in terms of the year-to-date performance. JD.com ended 2024 in terms of when they last reported in March, saying that they were seeing rebounding consumption. They said that they were heading into 2025 with more optimism as consumption sentiment steadily picked up, and they continue to unlock high-quality growth potentials with their strong execution of strategic purposes. So let's see what they say about consumption now, given that the environment has changed a bit, under pressure because of tariffs and just in terms of macro headwinds as well. In terms of the actual numbers we're looking for, as you can see here, adjusted EPS of $1.05 on revenue of $40.2 billion. That's about 12% year-over-year revenue growth. So still in the double-digit category there in terms of percentage change. In terms of the current quarter outlook, EPS of $1.22 on revenue of $44.5 billion. That's what Zacks says analysts are looking for. So that would represent about 11% year-over-year growth as well. So sticking with that double-digit percentage change. They saw that in the fourth quarter. It was a milestone to get back to, and looking to, at least according to what analysts are expecting, looking to hold on to those double-digit gains. Shares up about 6% right now, off the highs, but not by much. And, it's really impressive strength. As you said, we're seeing it all across the board in terms of the overall market today, for the most part, aside from utilities and staples, but particular strength there.
Yeah, a lot of optimism. I mean, that's pretty good. And that's a great preview there of JD.com, what to expect, but so much of it counts on the consumer. Mm-hmm. We're getting Walmart here at home this week. We'll have retail sales this week. How will the consumer behave going forward? You mentioned Las Vegas Sands, and I had a great conversation with one of the analysts last week, Chad Bainan, and we were talking about gambling and all that, and Las Vegas Sands, with a big presence in Macau, had worried a lot of the analysts, but today is jumping. I mean, if they can get some good people coming in there to gamble.
Yeah, I think that obviously this is a temporary 90-day sort of pause. There were already some macro headwinds that China was contending with. So I think that none of that necessarily just gets fixed overnight, but it certainly shows a sense of optimism. Las Vegas Sands, notably, still quite a bit lower year to date. I mean, it's up 6% today, but still down about 18% so far in 2025, and down over the past 1 year as well. So making up some lost ground. We'll see if these are gains that can continue. I will say, for both JD.com and its rival, Alibaba, the other big e-commerce platform in China, analysts were overwhelmingly bullish on both names even before this announcement. If you take a look, 94% of analysts rate JD.com as a buy, 95% of analysts rate Alibaba as a buy. The median price target of JD.com implies about 40% upside, a little bit more than that from current levels. Alibaba 20% upside, even despite the impressive gains that it's seen so far this year. So there was a lot of optimism from the Wall Street community around these names anyway, but let's see how, obviously from 90 days from now, we'll see where we are. But you can't, you certainly can't underestimate the strength today.
Yeah, and look, I mean, right now it seems like the talks are friendly. That's how they're being described, and mutual respect and mutual goals and lists of what our problems are and what our needs are. So let's see how it goes. I mean, if President Trump and Xi speak at the end of the week and it continues and this pause happens, seems like good news, at least for stocks here at home and for those Chinese stocks. Good to see you. Caroline Woods, thank you.